beggars.
Give you a little bit of a closer look. So, the wheel platter there. Got the bead breaker on that side. Pretty nice little unit. Alright guys, we just finished up this beautiful Yamaha. Did a fork seal kit and replacement, new fluid in the forks, got it adjusted for the rider's height. Right here you can see, and we did a coolant flush as well. And then the customer had dropped it a little bit on the brake pedal and it was kind of bent way over here, so we heated it up, bent it back as best we could. It's still not straight, but the customer said that that was fine. They're gonna get an aftermarket one at some point in the future. They just wanted it usable, so we got that all set up for them, gave it a test ride, and this thing rips. We also got our tire machine set up finally. Did our first set of tires today. I didn't get it on video though, sorry about that, but did a couple scooter tires, as you can see right here. A couple of 14 inches. And then we got our balancer set up and our new lift. Look at how nice this thing is. Oh yeah. Air operated. All the bells and whistles. This thing will do my taxes for me. The retail area has been getting some upgrades. Got some posters, some decorations, got some more product, got some engines for sale. I got 2-stroke engines, 4-stroke engines, scooter engines, mini bike engines. We got these Ninjas for sale, both Ninjas. This one has a clean title, only 2,000 something miles, sat in the garage for 6 years, came in for a full service. We're selling both of these together for $1,500. This one does not have a title and it does run and it does drive, but it's missing an ignition. The person who has the title would be willing to give it if you gave them a couple $100, but I was just using it as parts, so I never got the title for it, but still runs and drives and could be ridden around, used for stunting or just used for extra parts. But yep, both of them together, $1,500. Then I've been working on the dirt bike. Got the new carb in. I just got to fix the jetting. I'm waiting for the jet kit to come in the mail, but it does idle now, so that's good. Got the new exhaust on, cleaned up the swing arm. I'm pretty sure it's an aftermarket swing arm. I can't tell. It doesn't look stock, and it looks like it take a bigger wheel than stock, so I'm pretty sure that's aftermarket. But yeah, the retail area is really coming together. Got a couch, got a popcorn machine, got a microwave, got a fridge, got all of our computer set up right here. I'm preparing this old school poster to go in a frame. This thing is from 1973. That poster's from 1971, and I have some older ones at my house that I'll be bringing in too. I just got to prep them for framing. But yeah, it's coming along really nice. Got the 3D printer and the engraver over there. And yeah, I'll show you some more updates as they come in. What's going on, guys? Today we have something special for you. This bike came in. The customer thought it was just a simple ignition issue, but turns out we have to swap the entire head on it. And in order to do that, we have to take the engine out. While we're there, the customer decided we're gonna go ahead and clean up his wiring, get all this shortened down, got new cables on for the speedometer, as well as the odometer, or whatever it's called, or tachometer. However, the mile per hour gauge isn't working, so we're gonna have to get a new one of those. We're also going to make the rear brake functional for the rear light. Currently only the front brake turns the brake light on. So we're going to cut off this nut right here, put on a tab, and then that'll have a little sensor on it, which we have right over here. This is our brake sensor. So we're gonna go ahead and use that. So first things first, we're gonna go ahead and have to get the chain off, the battery out. I'm probably gonna fully take the tank off just so it's out of the way. And then we gotta slide the engine out. I'm not sure which side would be better for that. Probably... guess it doesn't really matter. Probably this side, because there's only this little thing. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and get everything loose, take the brake pedal off, get all those things out, and then we're going to slide the engine out and get that head off. I already have the head loose and the timing chain off and everything. The cam's out, obviously, but the head won't come off in the frame, so engine comes out. I have the head loose right now, so we're gonna have to pull this out right here, and then the ones in the front, slide that out, probably do that sometime this week, and get that going. The customer was hoping we'd get it done sooner, but once I told him that the engine had to come out, he was very understanding, and you know, he realizes that this is a big project. Little bummed he can't ride it before the riding season is over, but we'll have it tip-top and ready for next season. All right, so we got the Honda up on the lift, finished up that Yamaha on that scooter tire job earlier, so figured I'd get this up on the lift. Now, I've never worked on these CBs before, and I have to say I really like how the frame detaches right here, and you can just slide the engine out. It's very, very nice. I was initially upset because I couldn't get the head off with the engine in the frame, and I thought it was gonna be a pain in the ass to pull it out. But with a little help from my friend, it really wasn't that much of an issue. So pulled the engine out, got the head off. I noticed there's a lot of dirt and stuff in this cylinder. A lot of sand and dirt and schmutz. Pieces of ring. Look, that's a piece of a ring right there. So yeah, I didn't think this engine had much life left in it once I took the head off. So we're gonna go ahead and swap the engine on it. He did bring us this engine for parts, but this one seems to have way better cylinder walls, and there's like no real damage or anything. The gasket surface looks real nice and clean, whereas this gasket surface was clearly failing. You can see where it was starting to fail right here, and then over here it was starting to fail as well. So we're gonna go ahead and get that swapped over. Let's take a look at the other side of this gasket, see how bad it was. Not too bad. A little bit of some stuff. If you look right here, you can see where it's deformed a little bit. But otherwise, yeah, it's probably just a really old gasket, really old engine, a lot of miles. So we're gonna go ahead and throw, not this head, we're gonna throw, where is it? We're gonna put this head onto that engine, and then put the ignition from this engine, all this schmutz, onto there, and then take that and swap it in and hope for the best. I really like this frame though, it's very nice. The customer's got white wall tires on there. The only thing we gotta fix up is he has all of his wiring in these bags, and it's a pretty big rat's nest of wiring, so I'm gonna de-pin everything and run it a little better. So like this, I'm gonna probably run down here, bring it around, and then I have to cut this nut off and I have to cut that nut off and put, sorry, I have a pile of parts for this Honda here, I gotta find it. Big old pile of parts, yeah, so I gotta cut that nut off and install this bracket right there, so that way the rear brake can activate the brake lights, because currently only the front brakes activate the brake lights. So we'll go ahead and get that in. I got the sensor for it as well, a couple wheel bearings, some gaskets, got the gasket kit, so should be able to get this thing up and running. I might I usually don't do this, but I might clean this frame down before we put the engine back in, just because it's so oily. Like, it is schmutzy. Schmutzy. Look at that. I scrape it off with my nail. That's how covered it is. Like, it is dirty. Joe Dirty. Look at that. So yeah, that's the update.